Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm perfect. You just told me so. Thank you very much.
It's not exactly what I said,
Well,
but
I've never been told I was perfect before, so it stuck in my mind. Coming up later in the program, we're going to talk to somebody else who's probably never been called perfect. Tuesdays with Charlie is today. My father-in-law, Heidi's daddy. He's a lot of fun. Can't wait to chat with him. Always learn stuff on that program. Hey, a study released by scientists in Sweden say that certain foods like French fries can cause cancer. Note to self, go kick some scientist's butt in Sweden. So now even French fries are bad for me?
French fries have always been bad for you.
Only if you smoke them, though. I think that's how they cause cancer.
Okay.
Pretty sure. I don't know. Hey, odds are, it says it may, let me try that again. Odd as it may seem, there we go. Full-grown beluga whales play tag with each other.
Oh, how cute.
So that seems kind of weird, but that is kind of cool. And our final thing, staying awake for 18 hours has the same effect on you as drinking 2 to 3 beers. So if you stay awake for 18 hours, which I think I do just about every day.
Pretty much.
Has the effect of drinking a couple of beers. So imagine if I had a couple of beers, I'd be smashed all the time. All right, coming up, got some special stuff happening today. We'll tell you all about that in a bit. Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Tuesday, December the 13th. It is Pick a Pathologist Pal Day today.
What?
Yeah. And that, believe it or not, is the only thing we have to celebrate today. So we got to celebrate that one. Pick a Pathologist Pal Day today. I wonder who came up with this day. I'm guessing a pathologist.
What is a pathologist?
I don't know. Should we Google it and see? Because honestly, I've never really even thought about what a pathologist. I've heard of pathological liars. I don't think that's the same thing, though.
Probably not.
Pathologists are doctors who study the cause and development of disease. Most choose a specialty such as genetics or forensic pathology. Forensic pathology is the use of pathology for legal purposes, one of which is deciding the cause of death. So I've heard of them on Forensic Files. Pathologists. So there you go. Today is Pick a Pathologist Pal Day. So, hey, if you're a pathologist, let's be pals. Coming up in a bit, we've got your Moment of Duh. We've got your Brain on Drugs. And coming up next, you'll know it's true because you're going to hear it on the radio. This is my favorite time of year, the lights, the fun parties, and the family get-togethers. Many of us have boxes of home videos capturing these memories, but sadly, these memories are fading away because the videotape was not the best format. My friend CJ has a business called Tape It Up Reproductions. They transfer your precious memories to a digital format, with the option to enhance the audio and the video to make them look and sound better than ever. His website is tapingitup.com, or you can call or text 412-766-1679. You know it's true because you heard it on the radio. Workouts do more for your brain than crossword puzzles and Mozart.
I can see that.
So they're saying if you're doing puzzles and you're listening to classical music, that does improve your concentration momentarily. But they don't actually make you any smarter. That is, they don't improve your long-term brain function. This, according to Nicholas Spitzer, a professor of a professor of neuroscience, there we go, at the University of California. He is also the editor-in-chief of brainfacts.org. In a recent interview with The Economist, Spitzer said, many people think classical music is going to enhance brain function, or playing particular games sharpens one cognitive function. These theories have been looked at in detail, and they just don't stand up. But what does work? Exercise. Especially if you're exercising in the sun. Oh. So it makes a difference if you're exercising in the dark or if you're exercising in the sun. So don't go, for midnight jogs, apparently. Mm-hmm. That typically doesn't work as well.
I would work out more, but I always spill my wine.
To do jumping jacks and then mopping later. Then more jumping jacks. All right, so there you go. They're saying it's a good idea to get some exercise. An even better idea if you get that exercise in the sun, according to he's the editor-in-chief, and he's a professor of neuroscience.
There you go.
So, this neuroscientist knows what he's talking about. brainfacts.org. I'll have to check out his website now.
It sounds fascinating.
I know. I mean, like hours of fun just watching people exercise. Maybe that's not what you do there. You probably don't get to listen to Mozart and play music, or listen to Mozart and play games, though, because it sounds like he's not into that. I do think I need to go work out more. Not only so I'd be smarter, but also, just look at me filling out my Santa suit quite nicely over here. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. You know this is true because you heard it on the radio.
John and Heidi.
The John and Heidi Show is brought to you in part by the Keystone Treatment Center.
This is your brain, and this is your brain on drugs. We share silly stories here on the program, but addiction is no joke. If you or someone you know suffers with an addiction to drugs or alcohol, make today the day you seek help.
Call toll-free 844-204-1055.
That's a toll-free number. Again,
844-204-1055.
And this is your brain on drugs. Can two people in the same car be arrested for drunk driving? Yes.
What?
Police on Long Island say they've pulled over two drunk drivers from one car. Nassau County officers say they spotted a woman trying to make a 3-point turn on a road in East Meadow. They say that she couldn't complete the maneuver. She switched places with a male passenger who took the wheel and
Oh my gosh.
completed the turn, not wearing a seatbelt. Police pulled them over, charged him with drunk driving, then charged her with drunk driving. Said we have two individuals arrested for driving the same car, both intoxicated. But she was driving when they got there, and then he was
And then
driving.
they
So
switched.
they were both driving.
Wow.
Police Commissioner Lawrence Mulvey is the one that said, we have two individuals arrested for driving the same car intoxicated. So there you go. Interesting stuff. Now you know that can happen. Coming up in a bit, your moment of duh. That is on the way on the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Some bus fare dodgers in the United Kingdom decided to get away with avoiding bus fares by using substitute coins in the fare machine. But what they used as substitute coins qualifies them for today's moment of duh. They were accidentally giving away treasure troves of outdated, extremely valuable
Oh my gosh.
foreign coins. For example, 2 gold half sovereigns worth about $45 each were found in the collection. In total, the rare coins that they threw in there trying to dodge their, dollar
Their cheap
fare or whatever
bus
it is, $7,500 worth of
Oh
rare
my
coins.
gosh.
Yeah. So $7,500 worth of rare coins were used to get a bus ride. I don't know how many bus rides, but at $45 a piece, it's not that. Well, it's many. But, wow, that would. You know how upset I would be. Oh, I wonder if it's like some dad that has a coin.
I
collection
bet he had
and
a
his
collection
kids,
and his kids just took the money.
Let's take some of these. We can ride that bus
wow.
for free.
That's nuts.
Yes, it is. Coming up, we have your scoop of the day. That is on the way.
The Scoop of the Day is brought to you by Wells Blue Bunny. If you want delicious ice cream, be sure to look for the Blue Bunny. Sure to have your favorite flavors. Learn more at bluebunny.com.
Now your scoop of the day. Fiat Chrysler says their new minivan gets 84 miles per gallon in its electric mode.
Really?
So it's like a gas and electric, and if it's in the electric mode where it's like power assist or whatever, 84 miles to the gallon. Pretty darn good. CNN, let me see, they are, I believe, they're still a news network. They are supposedly trying to get Megyn Kelly to come over and join them now. She's with Fox News. There's been a lot of flack.
Well, Megyn Kelly, I think, is done at Fox News.
Well, there's a lot of flack lately in the news world because everybody's talking about fake news and people taking sides, and it's been interesting. So for those of you who just woke up from a coma, first of all, hello, welcome back. But news has changed over just like the last 6 months. It's changed a lot. Beavers have officially joined the war on Christmas. In Charlotte Hall, Maryland, witnesses recently spotted a lone beaver wandering through the artificial Christmas tree aisle. Officials say the beaver soon began tearing through Christmas trees in the store, leaving a path of destruction. The beaver was apprehended by animal control before he could leave the store. It's unclear exactly what the beaver's motives were or why he had such a thing against artificial Christmas trees. But this beaver was not happy that they had so many fake trees.
Huh.
Can you imagine walking around the corner and seeing a beaver tearing apart the Christmas trees? I think he was probably really just trying to find some wood.
I hope somebody caught it on camera.
Yeah. Hey, New Year's Eve is coming up, and this year they're adding a second to get our Earth's rotation, everything back aligned. There's one extra second on New Year's Eve, so it's going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year.
What?
Yeah, there's an extra second. A leap second will be added to align the clocks more accurately with the Earth's rotation. So
Whatever.
don't forget to change your clocks if you want to be absolutely precise by 1 second. And I'm going to see when we do our countdown if we have an extra, second in there. Chandler, Arizona, homeowner there, Jackie Wedding, has sent out a strong message to any would-be thieves regarding her outdoor decorations. Don't even think about stealing them. She says, I hear it's getting really bad. Even the lights off their bushes have been stolen.
What?
So along with their typical Yuletide lighting display, there's an inflatable snowman holding a shotgun with a sign that reads, "Stealing this light is not worth your life. I'll find you." She says, it just tells them that we own a gun. We don't know how else to get the point across. Her decorations have caught the attention of many neighbors who've pulled over to take photos. It says here, in the week it has been, no decorations have been stolen. What? Oh, in the week that it's been up, I see. So since they added the snowman, they've been having things stolen a lot. She added this little dude, nothing's been stolen.
Who steals somebody's Christmas lights off of their bushes? What's a string of Christmas lights? $1.50?
You know the little shower light things? The ones that you stick out and it shines? Because we see those and you laugh. You're like, what? Why would people do that? 2 of my friends on Facebook have had those stolen from their yards.
Why?
I don't know. But I had one that said, it's funny, and I shouldn't even maybe say this because they may be listening, but I still think it's funny. They said, we caught you on our video. This is over like a $69 light. They were threatening their life. I'm like, dude, calm down. $69. I'll go buy you one. I thought that was a crazy... But he's describing the car and telling other people to look out for him. He wants his life. Like, it's just a light. Get over it, man. Taylor Swift might be launching her own cable TV channel. Did you hear this?
No.
Pretty sure it's going to be called The Breakup Network, I think. I don't know what it is. And speaking of TV, have we ever watched the TV show Empire?
I have not, no.
I don't think I've ever seen it either. They're suffering from their lowest ratings ever this season. So it's still on, for those of you who didn't know that. But it is still on there.
I didn't know it was still on.
It is, but I haven't seen it. So... And then here's what will happen. After it's off the air, we'll find out it was great, and then we never watched it. Like the show 24, never saw it. Everybody's telling me now how awesome it was.
Like The Walking Dead.
Yeah, same thing. I've never watched The Walking Dead. I never watched Seinfeld until the final episode, and now I love Seinfeld. I watch it in syndication all the time. So, all right, this has been your Scoop of the Day on a Tuesday.
John and Heidi.
Radio advertising works. When it's done right, it works even better. There are many things you can do to get a better response, and shouting sale really isn't the best thing, believe it or not. Did you know that when you put words to music, they're 9 times more memorable? If you're trying to get people to remember your company, consider a jingle. We work with one of the very best jingle companies in the business, and we'd love to use music to help you grow your company. Learn more and hear examples at RadioReallyWorks.com. That's RadioReallyWorks.com. And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and call my father-in-law for a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Hey, Charlie, how you doing?
Why don't you send me to Tucson for the winter or something?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, live from
Well, it'd be
Tucson.
nice for me.
It'd be nice for us, too, because we'd have to come visit, right?
Yes.
I mean, for like the whole winter. That'd be good.
I don't care.
All right. Well, what kind of cool stuff we can learn about today, Charlie?
Well, let's see. Here, let's start off with this thing here.
All right.
Okay, the year 2013 is the first year since 1987 in which all 4 digits are different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I suppose. That's
Yeah, 'cause
cool.
199, so yeah, 2000. I suppose, 2013. Well, there you go. Now we know.
Doubting me?
I'm not doubting. Hey, have I ever doubted you, except for all those times that I doubted you?
Well, just about every time I talk to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, then, you know when you shut your eyes, it's total blackness?
Yeah?
Okay, do you know that completely blind people don't see blackness?
What do they see?
They see nothing.
Oh,
Now, I don't know what that means, but they don't see blackness, like if you just shut your eyes.
wow.
Really?
I didn't know
I wonder
that.
what that means.
I've got a blind friend. I will ask him.
If you shut your eyes, it's totally black, right?
Yeah.
Well, blind people, apparently, I don't know what they see. They see little figures in there or something.
Maybe they don't see black because they don't know what black looks like because they're blind.
That's right.
So it probably is black. They just don't know that.
Well, now we know that we don't know.
Maybe they see red.
Could be.
You idiot. Hey, then, did you know that eggs are an excellent way to get rid of a hangover?
No kidding? I love eggs. Wait, do you cook the eggs or you got to eat them raw or something?
Well, no, I wouldn't do that, but
I
I could have some this morning.
I cook my eggs. That's a good idea. I'll have to have eggs every morning that Heidi has a hangover.
Maybe get rid of her.
Yeah. Sympathy hangovers are the one I get. So
Couldn't be that lucky.
yeah,
Pregnant women should eat bacon.
they should.
Yep.
Well, it's bacon. That's why.
Chlorine,
Okay.
CHOLINE, which is found in baking, helps fetal brain development.
Your mama didn't eat no bacon when she was pregnant with you.
Maybe I should go eat some bacon. Hey, former President Bill Clinton only sent 2 emails in his entire 8-year presidency.
Yeah, email was a new thing back then.
Well, I think his wife made up for it.
That's funny, Charlie.
Hey, then I just got a couple more things here real quick.
Okay.
Did you know that birds don't urinate?
Birds do not
Really?
urinate?
Oh, I've never thought about it before. They sure poop a lot.
They make up for it on the other end,
Yeah.
Huh.
I've never thought about that before.
though. You never see, bird peed on my windshield.
I think it's all in one. I think it's just all together.
Well, maybe it helps it come out. I don't know. Hey, then I got one thing for you here. You need this. Sewing a tennis ball into the back of a person's pajamas is a recommended remedy for snoring.
Are you kidding me?
No, I would never kid you.
Where would you put it? Like up high or down low or just anywhere in the back?
In the back of your pajamas.
You know why that works? Because you got a freaking tennis ball in the back of your pajamas.
You
You can't
can't get
fall
to
asleep.
I didn't snore at all last night. I also didn't sleep at all last night.
Who put that there?
Snoring problem fixed. You ready for a question, Charlie?
I think I know the answer.
Okay, here's the question. What does Charlie Brown's father do as a profession?
Oh.
I can quote him. He says, wah, 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 wah. That's what he says. But what does he do as a profession?
Have they ever
You're
said?
lucky I know who Charlie Brown is.
They have said it, and the answer is he's... Okay, first of all, do you know it, Charlie?
Charlie Brown?
Yeah, you know who Charlie Brown is, but do you know the answer to this one?
No.
Okay, folks, if you think you know it, shout it out so your friends know that you're smart when you said Charlie Brown's father is a barber. Yeah, that's what he does. He's a barber.
Oh, yeah. That's right. He cut my hair once.
So
Not making much money off of his kid.
No, he has one little curly hair on the
Yeah.
top of his head, so he must be a really good barber. Well, Charlie, it's always fun to chat with you. We'll chat again next week.
We'll do her on Tuesday.
Oh, that sounds good. We'll put it on the calendar.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
John and Heidi.
When is the last time you changed the air filter on your furnace? Now, don't be embarrassed. That happens to a bunch of us. The furnace filter should be changed often. This will help your heating and cooling system run more efficiently, and it'll even extend the life of your system. Now, there's an easy way to make it happen. Filter Easy, a new subscription service that delivers your size filter right to your door on the schedule you choose. It's easy. Filter Easy. One less thing to worry about. Learn about a special offer available now at radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Most people in China do not eat cheese.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just not a big deal over there.
Cheese is delicious.
But think about this. How many Chinese dishes do you know of that have cheese?
Yeah.
None. I can't think of a single one.
None.
So there you go. Unless, of course, you think of like sweet and sour chicken and cheese, which doesn't really
It doesn't exist.
No. Hey, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Yeah, I was trying to think of something smarter than that. I was trying to think of something with noodles, but wasn't thinking quickly. Recent studies have shown that people perform better on tests if they have a cold. And they have no idea why that is. So if you want to perform better on a test, go get a cold, apparently. And another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The huddle formation used by football teams originated at the Gallaudet University, a liberal arts college for deaf people. And this is in Washington, D.C. And the huddle started because they didn't want the other
Anybody else
teams,
to see them signing.
Yeah, to see their sign language.
That's a cool fact. That is a fun fact.
See, there's a lot of fun
Thank you
facts.
for sharing that one.
You are so welcome. You learn some of the greatest things ever right here when we give you a little fun fact on the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This is Richard Lustig, the world's first and only 7-time lottery game grand prize winner. Since I endorsed Lottolicious, I have won something every single draw. They do all the work. You don't have to worry about running to the store to buy your tickets. They take care of all that. So if you're looking for the best way to play the lottery, to give yourself the best chance of winning, go to RadioLottoPool.com and join today. Again, that website is RadioLottoPool.com.
John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. White bread. When we get white bread, or when we get bread, do we usually get wheat bread or white bread?
White.
White bread.
Yes.
When we go somewhere where we have an option, what do I usually order?
Order wheat.
I like wheat. But have you noticed? No. Do you ever get me wheat bread? No.
I get you wheat bread sometimes,
Yeah, and then
but you're the only one that eats it, so it gets stale and we throw it away.
You notice I don't eat much bread. So, hey, thanks for not buying me a whole loaf that I have to eat. But white bread might be adding more bread to your waistline as well. Study of waist circumference by the Tufts University in Boston. Hang on a second here. There's actually a waist circumference study group. What do you guys do all day?
This does not surprise me.
We just measure people's waists.
And then ask them if they eat, what kind of bread they eat.
They found that people who eat too much white bread have larger waists than those who eat whole grain breads.
Okay, but are they also comparing that to people who eat too much
I don't know.
whole grain bread? Because they said people eat too much white bread. Of course you're going to have a bigger waist. If you eat too much of anything, you're going to have a big waist.
Well,
so that's a ridiculous
Can we
comment.
finish it first? It says they divided the test subjects into 5 categories based on what food was most prominent in their diets. White bread, sweets, alcohol, meats, and potatoes. Sounds like a party to me.
It does.
Or healthy foods like whole grains. Those who ate the most white bread had the most fat around the middle, even more than those who liked sweets, potatoes, and beer. So they're saying that white bread could be worse for you than all kinds of other yummy stuff. So I still think it'd be awesome to get in on some of the study money, because all these studies they do.
Right?
Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, we could do some really cool studies.
We could do some awesome
It'd be
studies.
so much fun. So you have to let me know how we get on some study money. Thanks for listening to and then other people will be quoting, according to a study from the John and Heidi Show, people like, don't believe that. They were probably drunk and eating bread while they did it. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This is my favorite time of year. The lights, the fun parties, and the family get-togethers. Many of us have boxes of home videos capturing these memories. But sadly, these memories are fading away because the videotape was not the best format. My friend CJ has a business called Tape It Up Reproductions. They transfer your precious memories to a digital format with the option to enhance the audio and the video to make them look and sound better than ever. His website is tapingitup.com, or you can call or text 412-766-1679.
John and Heidi.
Want to keep dogs and cats away from your yard? If you don't like pets coming to your place, a gardener has the answer. A German gardener has invented a plant that stinks so much it discourages cats and dogs from leaving unwanted, gifts on your lawn. It's a horrible smelling hybrid dubbed the Get Lost plant. It's become popular among people who are keen to keeping feline and canine visitors out of their gardens.
But if it stinks that bad, won't it also keep people away?
I don't know. Let's see. It says Dieter Stegmeyer invented the smelly plant by crossing a wild Australian plant and a
Dieter?
Yeah, Dieter. D-I-E-T-E-R.
Sounds like a Muppet.
This Muppet invented a smelly plant by crossing a wild Australian plant and a South American coleus. Dieter said several million cuttings from the pungent plants have already been ordered. So he came up with this smelly plant and he's selling a bunch of them. But yeah, good point, Heidi, because if they smell so bad that the cats and dogs don't want to come over, people are like, So I've not met you before. Where do you live? In the
In the
house up
stinky
street?
house.
Well, you're the one with the stinky house? Yeah. Right up there next to the stinky house. Yeah, I know you. My cat won't even... When we come by, we have to cross the street. Your place stinks, man. All right, coming up, we're going to talk about freedom of religion a little bit. That's on the way.
John and Heidi.
Can you do anything in this world and get away with it just by claiming that it's your freedom of religion?
It seems like it lately, doesn't it?
I'm trying to see here. Troy, New York. Sarah Ewell was fired as a receptionist at St. Mary's Hospital because she refused to remove her lip ring at work. She said it was part of her religion.
Oh, really?
The Church of the Body Modification. Insisted that her several
my
piercings
gosh.
are spiritual, giving her control over her body. She decided to accept an alternative job at St. Mary's, away from public, and looking now at suing them. And that's not the only one. In Franklin County, Missouri, Joseph Butts is in jail, being caught with 338 pounds of marijuana in a traffic stop. But he informed the officer that was harassing him that, you know what, that is a hate crime because I am a special courier transporting religious instruments between members of monasteries of the Church of Cognizant, which uses marijuana as a sacrament.
Yeah. Good luck with that, buddy.
So there you go. Got that one. I think it's interesting. Her name was Sarah Ewell, which kind of like sounds very Christmassy. His name is Joseph Butts. So they both have, names that made me smile. It's like Ewell Butts. They should, join up and start a law firm. Ewell Butts, attorney at law. Coming up, we've got an 11-year-old girl that thought she had a good hide and seek spot. We'll tell you all about that.
John and Heidi.
This time of year, we celebrate with family and friends.
And sometimes that involves drinking.
If you're going to be celebrating, please have a designated driver.
I lost my cousins to a drunk driver. They were only 8 and 12 years old.
Their lives were cut short because the driver was drunk and made a terrible choice.
Make good choices. Have a designated driver.
If you or a loved one has a problem with drugs or alcohol, now may be a great time for the gift of sobriety.
You can call Keystone Treatment Center at 844-204-1055.
That's toll-free, 844-204-1055.
John and Heidi.
When you were a kid, did you ever play hide and seek?
Oh, yeah.
Were you good at this game? Was this
Yes.
A game? Oh, yeah. I remember I remember playing hide and seek one time and I fell asleep. It was like 3 hours later. I woke up, nobody had found me. I come walking out, like, where were you? I was like, I'm sorry. I fell asleep under the bed in there. They're shouting for me. Anyway, there's an 11-year-old girl that had a really good hiding spot. She thought that this washing machine would be the perfect place. Until she got inside.
And got stuck.
Yeah, for over 90 minutes.
Oh, my
They were
gosh.
playing with her brother and some friends. She crawled into the washing machine, got jammed in with her legs wrapped around the agitator, and then she got her back wedged against the tub. Her mom first called a repairman who gave up after he tried for about an hour. They had to call the firefighters who had to cut her loose with the jaws of life.
I bet her mother was furious.
Yeah, so... That's not good. I wonder if insurance covers something like that.
I don't think so.
If you're an insurance agent, please let me know.
I used to hide all the time in the dryer.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
Playing
all
hide
the time.
and seek?
Yeah.
Was it going at the time?
No.
Okay, just want to make sure. That would have explained a lot of other stuff. But so, was it warm in there when you were in there, or had it been like cooled off, all the way cooled off?
No, it wasn't. It's not like we were using it at the time.
Well, I just wondered if because then you could just like bang it like you're. Sounds like laundry still going. You're in there just playing a soundtrack. So did you usually get caught in there, or did people find you when you were in there?
No.
They never found you?
No.
Wow.
It was a good spot.
It's a good thing you didn't get stuck like this young lady. A good spot for me was under a bed, and I fell asleep and was there for, it had to be at least 3 hours. So
oh my gosh.
It was funny. Like I'm walking in, they're like, where have you been? We were playing hide and seek. Yeah, like 3 hours ago. Hey, guess what? We've got some good news. That is on the way on the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio. We always try to wrap things up around here with some good news. And at first blush, this doesn't sound like good news, but so many of these stories start that way, right, Heidi?
Right.
So a nativity scene was recently removed from a public park in northern Michigan after complaints from anti-religious groups.
Okay.
So that doesn't sound good so far.
No,
You're
not so far.
"Ooh, I like those nativity scenes." But it didn't take long for this nativity scene to find a new home. Now, Mary, Joseph, and Jesus are going to be at their new location, which is far more prominent than the old location. The scene will be at Pastor David Purnell from Abundant Life Church. He has a mission, and it's right near like the entrance to town.
Oh.
So right when you pull into town, it says they're going to let him relocate. It's already there. It's in front of the homeless shelter. Purnell says the nativity scene will now be the very first thing anyone sees when they cross the bridge and pull into town. So,
That's nice.
So there are people complaining. They're like, I don't want that nativity scene here. So it went from like, off the beaten path on a piece of public land. And they said, well, okay, we'll move it then to private land where you can't complain so much.
Right.
So look, if you'd like to read the story, I've got a link to this at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And I don't often ask people to do this, but I'm going to ask that you do this. If you're on Facebook, if you do me a favor and like our page. Have we ever even asked that on the radio?
I don't think we have.
I don't think we've ever done that. But I was just, the other day, I was talking to somebody that said they liked our, I just liked your page finally. I've been listening to you guys for a long time, and I just liked your page. I was like, oh, well, I'm glad you did. They said every day you got cool stuff on there, so I figured I'd go check it out. I liked it. So if you could do me a favor, like I said, if you happen to be on Facebook, and if it's not, too much to ask, I'm not, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but I'm just saying, if you could, if you would, if you might, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And I'm not going to spell all of that. You'll find it. When you get there, you'll know it's the right place. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. If you need me to spell it, just reach out. We'll make sure we spell it. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.